Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 11th. It's January. It's 2026. And it's freezing out. I'm in Mississippi. I'm in Louisiana, my bad. Yes, I'm rolling again. Here's a funny story for you, all right? I'm filthy right now. Filthy through and through. I haven't showered in like a week, literally. And imagine spending almost 2 months at a shop, and that shop is the one that caused your axle to snap off while you were driving because of their negligence. Imagine that. And imagine that you actually had this said negligence on video. And imagine you took these videos because while they were doing what they were doing that caused the axle to snap off, you're filming because that's what you do, right? Imagine you showed that video footage to 16 experts in metallurgy, axles, and off-roading, and all of them went, if you wanted to break an axle perfectly clean off like mine did, that's what you need to do. You apply massive amounts of heat to it, and then afterwards you put it on a 50-ton press, and you press so hard that the press actually starts to falter. That's how you snap a Dana 60 axle. Well, that's all well and good, but imagine when you get to that shop, the guy that did this work not only denies it, but doesn't help you at all. Doesn't help you at all. Just lets you just go along, you know. I've never had an issue paying these guys. I paid them very well. I actually paid him $1,500 cash for the 3 hours that he spent. $1,500 cash for the 3 hours he spent hooking my axle up so that it would snap. You know what I mean? And then I paid him $1,500 cash to come to Louisiana and drive me back because of the work that he did. And he's a Christian. And I wouldn't even be mentioning any of this, but yesterday he decided, or the day before, he decided to tell another customer the story about my Jeep, my Jeep. The guy he was talking to had a very expensive Jeep. He told him the story about my axle snapping and then blamed it all on the company that made the rear end, when actually he's the culprit. He's an elder at a church and claims to be a Christian. You know what I mean? How about this? I was at a shop many moons ago, and I used a thing called a transmission jack. It's a pretty good sized apparatus, and when I used it, inadvertently I had bent some of it. Piece of metal. No big deal. It's cosmetic. Who cares? Turns out it wasn't cosmetic. And when I got back this time, the kid that works for him mentioned that, and I'm like, why didn't you say something? I didn't know I damaged it. So not only did I replaced it with 2 of them. Not one transmission jack, which is a substantial unit. I got him 2 of them because I'm taking accountability for something, because I have to. Because if you're going to be in Christ, you have to do the right thing even when no one's looking. So that really burns my ass, and that's why I'm so dirty. I had to get out of there because after he told the story about my truck to some dude and then filled in all the blanks with people that weren't him, I was at the point where I was going, something bad was going to happen. Look how dirty I am. It's been like a week. Whatever. At any rate, there's a YouTuber called 𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗶, and I've shown his videos before, and what he does is he goes back to 9/11, Sandy Hook, Oklahoma City bombing, Jeffrey Epstein, and he goes through all the research that many of us OGs did 20, 15, 10 years ago and rehashes it. Well, he just found something he's never heard of before. Never heard of. And I'm going to show it to you, and I have a theory about it. But first, I want you to look at these. You see these? They sent these out to the postal workers right before COVID happened, and here they are again. Now, I posted these on my Facebook and my Twitter page. Postal workers to provide essential services, January 5th, 2026. Now, several people have already run this through Grok to make sure it's legit, and apparently it is. So basically what it's saying is, during an emergency, hurricanes, epidemics, civil unrest, etc., people still need to, these people are considered people that still need to deliver the mail, period. You know what I mean? So if you're a post office worker and you got this, send me a copy, rjcjr10@yahoo.com. But that's the red light we didn't see before COVID occurred, and here it is again. And according to Grok, this hasn't happened since 2020. So it's not like it's something they send out every year. Keep that in mind. Here we go again.
Recently, I was sent a message from one of you guys on Discord asking me if I had heard of this thing going on, literally. And what the message was about was a link to this bizarre video of some weird phenomena in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, I don't think the person realized this, but I'm actually from Cincinnati, so this one hit home. I was like, come on, what could this be? That it's that weird, that even the local news in Cincinnati is yapping about it.
For weeks now, some strange sounds have been echoing through several local neighborhoods. People are losing sleep, and neighbors can't quite pinpoint the source. Local 12's 𝗲𝗂𝗍𝗶 is live tonight in Northside with what they are hearing and the frustration this is causing. Hey, 𝗲𝗂𝗍𝗶.
People are hearing in Northside, Clifton, and Camp Washington is unusual.
With a lot of that city noise, a lot of it becomes pretty regular and you get pretty used to it. So when something like this that's pretty foreign, it kind of stands out to you.
This sound is keeping people up at night. Brendan Markham says last night was the loudest it's been in Northside.
It almost didn't stop for a couple hours.
The duration varies from a few seconds to several minutes, and it's difficult to describe.
Well, it is difficult to describe, but we've been covering that since those things, the trumpets in the sky, trumpets from God, God's on his way, Jesus is coming back. There's the trumpets has been going on since before I even made my first video 17 years ago. So it's not new information whatsoever at all. But apparently it's kicking up again, big time, all over the place. Like, I'm talking all over the place. And here's the fun thing about all this. A lot of people are just like, it's deep underground military bases. Well, here's a fun story about that. Deep underground military bases have been around for a long time. As a matter of fact, they used to tell you all about them, digging them back in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? But in the early to mid 50s, right after Israel became a state, right after UFOs, Jack Parsons, L. Ron Hubbard opened up or tore the veil, they bought the news. And the news never talked about people, farmers digging on their property and finding the bones of 13-foot giants, things of that nature, because it was in the paper all the time because it was news. You know what I mean? But these things right here, I always just assumed that they were a microphone test. Because if you're going to pull off a fake alien invasion using 3D holographs, using chemtrails, using black budget aircraft that we had never seen before, and using demonic beings claiming to be aliens, you got to do a microphone test, because when you pull this off, it's got to sound the same all around the world at the same time. But people are thinking they're deep underground military bases. But here's the problem. Deep underground bases are deep, many miles deep, and the noise wouldn't come up and then sound like it's coming out of the sky. Now, what does the mainstream have to say about these noises? Well, my bad. They say this.
What the f?
Having it at night and day sort of rules out a lot of industrial or construction sites, because not all of those have people operating 24 hours. And also, there's been no new shipment of tools. There's been no new tool created that emits a noise like this. And that's really all I can think of, is an enormous machine that would be causing this noise. But there's nothing. And what's important to note on that note is that these cases in Ohio, as we referenced, are not the only ones, as we shall see, but are more importantly, not the first by a long shot. The noises appear, to the best of my knowledge and investigation, to be a literally global phenomena. They've been heard in Sweden, Finland, Russia, Slovakia, South America, all over North America, as we can tell. In almost every state, when you start researching, they've been heard in Canada, they've been heard in Australia. There is actually no lack of examples of this phenomena. At this point, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna keep playing clips for you guys throughout this, just so you know I'm not making this up.
Strange sounds are being heard around the world. In Sweden, this sure sounds like a trumpet. In Michigan, another trumpet-like sound. In British Columbia, Canada, Dr. 𝗲𝗵𝗿𝗆 says he heard a strange humming sound in his home.
But you would expect that if you have a global phenomena of weird noises being emitted from the skies with no source, sometimes literally in the forest in the middle of nowhere, you would think they'd be investigating it, but nothing. As far as I can tell, there's been no official investigation into what these are now being known as sky trumpets are. And that's alarming in and of itself. But as we are going to see, this is just one variation of this noise, this sort of loud trumpet or horn-like sky noise. Because what people have begun to report is that it's not just in the sky, they can feel and hear these noises coming from the ground. And that's weird and creepy. And for instance, when people report this ground noise, they say that it's enough to shake their house, that they can feel it beneath their feet, and that there's like almost a tone to it. Same as the horn, but in a way that doesn't sound like it's the earth moving or like an earthquake, like there's something beneath them. Which is important to remember when we get to the theory section here in a little bit. In addition to the horn, there are a couple of variations of it, and it almost gets to like this just mechanical whirring. But there's also this, what I can only describe as cannon fire noise. It actually just baffles the mind. It's way louder than a firework, has this like sort of directional sound like it's being shot from something. To the point, there is even a video of this phenomena where you can hear and see someone in, I wanna say it's Utah or Arizona, but this kid is with his mom on the porch and you can hear the whole neighborhood start coming out and they hear this bomb, bomb. Hear this noise and then you hear the kids start talking about rocks falling in the canyon. I'm like, all right, come on, dude, that's crazy. And then a little bit later in the video, you hear more cannon fire, or what I would describe as cannon fire, and these enormous boulders you hear dropping in the background off the mountainside.
What is that? It's like shaking our entire house. Yeah, we're over here like filming and listening to it. It sounds like a gun.
I don't know, it's gone on like at least 5 times. It's huge. Causing rock falls up the canyon.
Holy crap. No. We're just hearing the rock falls from the mountain.
Is that what it is?
Well, we can hear the bangs and then there's like, we can hear rocks falling from over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Because it's loud as crap. It's shaking the house.
I don't know. It's crazy. We're trying to figure it out right now. Dude, I just heard crazy rock fall.
That's just getting closer?
We're talking about like an unprecedented level of noise then. And this video with the rocks is so unique because it just adds a certain layer that we otherwise don't have, where we can see the physical effects of these noises in a way that just, hey man, look what I heard in the sky with your camera can't. These bangs, it's gonna sound weird, might be my favorite of the noises because it also adds a whole another perspective to this thing. People have begun speculating that they're sonic boom tests from the military, which are actually outlawed in a lot of states and wouldn't make sense, but that's when they break the sound barrier. As you can see, no one can see a jet and the sonic boom in this sound don't match. And what's even stranger I would add about the banging noise is that in a lot of cases with this noise, you'll also see lights flashing in the distance or coming from the sky with no source on the ground, or you'll see like weird hovering lights. It does not make sense. And I promise I don't think these are aliens. I do think it's something else. But boy, whoever's behind this is painting an incredible picture is all I will say. Like, it is hard.
So he can't figure out what it is at all. He even looked into all the different tools that could possibly do this. I'll tell you what, if they're 3 miles under the ground or even a mile under the ground, the noise isn't going to transfer above to the sky and project down. It doesn't work like that. But the crazy thing is not only is there these loud trumpet noises, these loud bangs, these loud things that sound like guns, there's somebody in this video that mentions one thing. And I was already thinking what I'm thinking. I am not going to say it yet. But there's one guy in here that says one thing, and as soon as I heard that, well, we'll get to it. How's that?
On here?
And it was captured on this doorbell camera. First you see the light, then you hear the sound.
When you watch that video, what sound do you hear?
It was Brian Hensel's camera that recorded it.
When it first happened, my wife and I were talking in the living room. It sounded to me like someone's propane tank exploded. It didn't sound like lightning. It didn't sound like fireworks. It was significant.
This all started when 𝗲𝗂𝗍𝗍 shared the explosions she recorded at her home in Webster starting in October.
What do you think that is?
It sounds like something exploding to me.
This story has 116,000 views on YouTube from across the country, where neighbors shared unexplained flash and sound in their skies. This is Tampa.
So, Rich, we're looking at what the weather was like on August 1st.
Correct.
I asked First Alert meteorologist Rich Cornelia to check the forecast from August 1st, the date of this video. Data from the airport shows no storms. There is no thunder for the dates of the other explosions. And when we freeze Brian Hensel's video, it shows the light coming from the ground, not the sky.
I didn't hear anything later on. The neighbors all seemed fine, so I just chalked it up as something I may never know what it was.
The town supervisor told me that they investigated this back in October and could not locate a source for the explosions. Since we're so close to the lake, I contacted the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard tells me there's nothing in its logs about being called to investigate an explosion over or near the lake. In Webster, Berkeley Bree News 10 NBC.
RG&E says there were no equipment problems or outages in Webster on August 1st. You can watch and listen to the recorded explosions shared with us. They're embedded in this story at WHEC.com.
Okay, so you heard what they're saying, you heard what they're thinking, nobody can figure anything out. And then suddenly this guy in New York says this, and this is what was my aha moment.
It sounds very much like a resonance, a harmonic resonance, like if you can picture someone rubbing the top of a crystal glass or a tuning fork.
What does it sound? Mo Hussein, he took video walking home one night. He's noticed the sound for over a year.
I liken it to like some sort of alien invasion. As you're walking around, even in the middle of the night, you hear this hum off in the background and you wonder what could...
It sounds like a tuning fork or a resonance, like somebody rubbing their finger around a glass. That's what it sounds like, and it is what it sounds like. And it made me believe maybe CERN or maybe their other technology isn't quite doing the trick, and they're simply trying to blast a hole through the veil or through the firmament. You know what I mean? Which would technically involve frequencies, resonance, things of that nature, but every once in a while it probably makes a big boom, and that's exactly what they're hearing. You know what I'm saying? It just came to me and it won't go away. So leave your thoughts in the comments below. I know it sounds insane, but it would explain why they're chemtrailing so bad. I've never seen it this bad. I started my channel out videotaping chemtrails, and I haven't done it in a long time, but this is from today. And this is from the state of Arkansas, which, quote unquote, banned chemtrailing. Remember that? I have never seen them spraying the sky as bad as they are in 2026. And maybe it's to hide the equipment that's up there, etc. I've put up videos before where the sky seemed to be split right down the middle. And if you remember in that video where the sky was, there was a perfect line straight from horizon to horizon, and I videotaped the plane flying in the sky, and then it flew behind this line and completely disappeared. Maybe that's what they're doing up there right now, but for people that think that this is all new, that's insanity, dude. This trumpeting noise in the sky has been going on for decades that I can attest to, and most of you can too. But if you have any idea, you have any thoughts on that, when he talked about this finger on the wine glass in resonance, that's what got me. And I was already thinking it, and when I saw that guy say that, I think that's what they're doing. At any rate, be ready, because they are getting ready. And if you're a post office worker and you got one of those letters, send me a copy. We can keep it anonymous. rjcjr10@yahoo.com. And people, we're almost out of time here. Get your money out of the bank. Do it now. I'm not selling you gold. You're turning your worthless IRA 401k into gold and silver that they send to you and you have in your hand, because Trump's going to take it, because the laws don't apply anymore. We live in a lawless society. At any rate, Richie from Boston, and it's late, and I'm on the side of the road and it's cold, I'm out.